Hey guys, it's Rob. Welcome to Wednesdays here on Unprotected 6. I switched days with Victoria this week because she has different days off, so I let her take Monday and I'm taking Wednesday this week. And wouldn't you know it, it's the day before I go on yet another trip. I'm going off to LA tomorrow to just kind of run around and play. And you know if I'm going to go to LA, I'm going to have to go to Disneyland. But it's kind of odd that I'm going to the happiest place on Earth at some point this weekend because I'm kind of in a really blah mood today. I'm just like, I've been very tired and napping all day long. Ever since I got back from Washington, D.C., my internal clock has just been completely screwed up. I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with the fact that when I left Washington, D.C., I had to get up at 4 a.m. East Coast time to catch a flight. Well, that's 1 a.m. West Coast time, so I have been completely screwed up ever since. So I'm just really in a lazy, I don't give a fuck kind of mode today. I think I caught a case of the Victorias is what it is. But like I'm actually sitting here like in my PJs. Like let me show you, like see I'm wearing PJs and don't stare, pervert. But yeah, I'm sitting here in my PJs just kind of kicking back and just, you know, shooting my video. I figured I'd do another one-take video because I'm not feeling very comical today, and I can't think of a lot of cutaway sketches that fit with the theme and everything. I don't even have any pirate garb, which you'd think after my years and years of going to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I would have something pirate-related, but I don't. Actually, wait, I take that back. I have, and Pikachu has this here. Hold on. I have this sword, so I can, like, threaten to pillage the village or something like that with this and threaten to cut people. Arrgh. So, I don't know, I guess that's the best I got. Sorry, Nick. Anyhow, so other things going on this week. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Nick, that was a great video. The pink wall was my absolute most favorite thing about that video was the pink wall. And that you have a friend named Booby. That's a pretty awesome nickname. So, good times. And glad to see you guys were having a little too much fun in that video. And I hope new shot glass didn't cost you too much money. Okay, so Nick's question was kind of strange and I think inspired by the liquor he was drinking, but it was, okay, if you have to describe the person who's the day after you as an animal, what animal would they be? So I get the newbie, I get Ash, who's going to be up tomorrow, Ashley, and it's kind of tricky. Like, I don't know Ashley super well. Like, I've known of her for quite a long time on the LiveJournal circuit and all the games on there, but I haven't really gotten to talk to her a lot until we played a game together right now that's going on right now that we just started like a couple months ago. But I do know a couple things about Ash. I know she's really, really good with art and Photoshop. Like I know she does that like as part of her job. She does like graphic design type stuff, and that she's really talented with like making the icons, making like pictures and backgrounds and layouts. So she's a very talented artist. But I can't think of a lot of animals that draw. Like, I don't know any giraffes that paint, and I don't know, like, lizards that use oils and things like that, so I couldn't think of an animal that really draws. I guess the closest thing I could think of would be a beaver, because beavers, like, you know, they take little scraps, like, you know, little twigs of tree branches, and they take rocks and they pat it all together with their little tails and their friends, and they build these big dams, which you could say are artistic. So Ash is kind of like a beaver, I guess you could say, because she takes these little pieces in Photoshop and puts them all together and makes them pretty. But then I remembered that Ash also sings, like, you know, she's a singer, and I hope we get her to sing in a video soon. So maybe she's like a singing beaver. So yeah, Ash is a big singing beaver. I don't know if she's really going to like that answer, so fuck it, she's a canary. Okay, also I wanted to say, speaking of Ash, welcome Ash to the channel, and of course a goodbye to Todd, who unfortunately is going to be leaving the channel, but you know, I understand. If I was in his shoes and, you know, about to turn my life upside down with the whole moving thing, I'd think I need a vacation too. But I told you that Power Rangers getting canceled thing was going to just fuck everything up. I told you. So, like, I ultimately blame the Power Rangers for everything that happened. God, what else is going on in the news? I can't think of a lot of celebrity... Oh, Facebook. Facebook has recently gotten a facelift. Like, I remember the last time Facebook got a facelift, everyone was pissed off. But that was back at the time when I was still using MySpace. And I really tried to hold on to MySpace for the longest time because I really liked MySpace. I don't know why. I think it's because, like, I've used it forever. And before all the child molesters got on it and all the creepy porn ads and all that stuff, I was on MySpace, like, a long, long time ago. And so I just was trying to hold out loyalty. But it just doesn't compare to Facebook now. I think Facebook got their apps under control a lot, and so that's what made Facebook more alluring, because now I don't get bombarded with like, so-and-so wants to send you a super kiss, or so-and-so wants to send you 50 Pokemon. They kind of subdued that a lot, so I like Facebook a lot more now. But the last time they got a facelift, people didn't like the new look, and now this time, people don't really care for the new look either. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Facebook is basically Twitter now. Like when you log in, what do you see? You see a big page full of status updates. That's just like Twitter. That's what Twitter is. And you have, sure, these other little things mixed in, but it's not like it was before. And, you know, people don't want to change. People don't want to move out of their comfort zone. So I can see why people are kind of pissed off that Facebook has changed. And for me personally, I don't need a second Twitter. You know, Twitter already gets enough hate because Twitter like fucking ruined LiveJournal. Like I've been using LiveJournal for a long, long time. Obviously, all of us on Unprotected 6, we met via LiveJournal, or some of us in personal life, what have you. But most of us kind of really got to know each other through LiveJournal and the LiveJournal games and what have you. So like I feel really passionate about LiveJournal. Like LiveJournal, I know this sounds really fucking cheesy, but it's changed my life. Like some of my best friends in the entire world that I have right now, you know, even my current roommate that I live with, people that I've dated in the past, you know, some people that I've met, a previous roommate of mine I met on LiveJournal, all these people I've met on LiveJournal, and I have that to thank. And LiveJournal's really gone kind of downhill, like in the past couple years. Part of it I blame Twitter, and maybe I'm guilty of this too because I have a Twitter. But, you know, it's so much this instant gratification thing where, well, I can get my updates done in 140 characters or less. I don't need to write out these pages and pages of updates like we used to do on LiveJournal. But now I see that insightful and page-long post, those things are fading away in favor of fucking loud Twitter. I can't fucking stand loud Twitter. Loud Twitter like broadcast people's Twitter messages to their LiveJournals, and it's just ruining LiveJournal. Like, if I wanted to read Twitter, I'll sign on to Twitter. I have a Twitter, and it's difficult. I have friends that use loud Twitter, and, you know, I understand. I'm trying to be, you know, understanding, but people just realize a lot of it's so nonsensical because Twitter's about the replies and things like that. And even the way Facebook has it set up, at least you have the different types of replies, and it makes a lot more sense when it's in that context. But when you just kind of dump it all on LiveJournal, I understand the desire to archive it, but it makes no sense. And there's other tools you can use to archive Twitter. So, wow, that was a really like fucking bitchy rant. I'm sorry for all the sand in my vagina today. I don't know what it is. Like, I should be like happier. Like Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain, yay, LA, Universal Studios, City Walk. So excited. So, yeah, maybe now that I've gotten that off my chest, it's like a release. And now I'll be able to really enjoy my weekend excursion to LA. So, that's going to do it for now. I don't want to keep bitching and taking up more time. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will try to bring the lols when I come back. Maybe I'll try to shoot some footage on my trip this weekend. Wouldn't that be fun? And I'll try to compile something. If not for my Unprotected 6 video next week, then for my personal YouTube channel. So I believe I'll be back on Wednesday next week because I think Victoria still has the messed up schedule. So thank you guys for watching. This is Rob. Have a good one. Watch Ash tomorrow. Do it.